Hey there, we're back with another episode of Fixin' Stuff with Beer, where I try and fix broken things around our house while reviewing craft beer. Currently sitting at my desk where I spend Monday through Friday working on advertising and marketing designs for Scary Bear Design, my design company, scarybear.com. Give us a call, we'll totally help you out. But during the day, Alf and I, the fish, tend to stare out the window from time to time and enjoy the serenity of the pool, and between 10 and 3 p.m. the pool filter runs. So instead of the serene top of the pool, it creates a ripple effect as the filter runs. Unfortunately for the past couple days, at no point has there been ripple in the pool. Alf is sad, I'm a little bummed because it means there's something wrong with the pump. So we're gonna go outside, check it out, and hopefully we can get this thing taken care of. As we can see at the bottom of the pool, there's a bunch of leaves, stuff floating on top. Second major indicator that the filter is not running. All right, we are out here at the pump and we have our control box. We have the filter and the actual pump itself is down there. First noticeable problem is apparently there's a tree growing out of the control box. Clearly not a problem. Who knows? Anyway, let's turn the filter on real quick and see what happens. All right. So as we got going, you can hear that there's a slight buzzing. There might be another slight buzzing later today. But nothing's happening, so we gotta figure out what's going on. First thing we want to, oh! Now nothing's really going on. Alright, we're gonna go turn the power off at the circuit breaker and see what we can do. Alright, the circuit breaker for the pool is located on the side of the house. Pretty easy. Go in, pool, power off. Okay, we're back at the pool equipment, and it wouldn't be fixing stuff with beer without having a beer. So we are trying something new today. It's called Relax from Offshoot Beer Company. Now, as a designer, I'm pretty down with simple design and bright and cheery things. This can fully meets those, but not to say it isn't fraught with danger. Anyway, it is a pretty hop-heavy, fruit-forward beer. It's got Citra hops, Amarillo hops, Centennial hops, and Simcoe hops. This guy clocks in at 6.8% on the alcohol scale with 50 on the IBU. So let's crack this bad boy. Give it a taste. That's good beer. Wow. Okay, as mentioned, this thing is a high... Alright, as I mentioned, this is a Hazy IPA, and what that means is it's slightly less filtered than your average IPA, so there's a little more media, as they may call it, inside the actual beer. And it's hazy. You can't see through it. It gives a little heavier feel, a little tastier taste. Let's see. Tastes good in a glass. Tastes good in a can. Tastes good in the shade. Or outside when you're getting a tan. Step off, Dr. Seuss. And now that we know that the power is off, the next thing we want to do is release the water pressure within the system. So we want to undo the top, release the leaf catcher, and then we'll dive into the electrics of it. Okay, with all the pieces off, there was no obvious impediments in the filter or in the leaf catcher, so the next thing I want to do is pull apart the pump itself, see if anything got caught up to stop the pump from spinning within its housing. So we're going to get 4 bolts, we're going to release this metal latch, and then we're going to look inside, and hopefully it's free and clean, and then we can find out maybe what's next. We're ready to take this apart. Simple ratchet's going to get those 4 bolts off. Let's get another sip of this. Offshoot Beer Co. Relax. You make a really tasty beer, man. The only downside is this thing is 16 ounces and it's about 102 degrees outside right now. So you gotta figure a way to either keep the beer cool or get rid of it quicker. I think I'll go with get rid of it quicker. All right. Okay, as you can see, there's a ton of water coming out of this. And I have to remind you that you need to have the electricity off for this. Electricity and water is going to put you in a really bad position, like 6 feet under bad position. So be safe. Cool. Right on. I'll take it apart. We're gonna check out what's going on in here. We have what's known as the impeller, where the suction comes from inside this area into the impeller and through, pulls up into the pump and out the outside. We want to look down into this hole, take off those bolts, and find out if there's anything causing the pump not to spin. All right, let's go. Impeller off. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Rings are good. There's a whole bunch of junk on the insides. This could be part of the problem. We'll have to clean that out. Alright, I'm about 20 minutes into this, and none of the obvious reasons that it's not working are showing up. So clearly we're in the dangerous side of this, and we had to go to the internet to get some answers. I've got a few tricks to try via this guy Chad, who made a killer video. If you think mine are lame, his are way better. Let's open this. A little sip. Let's see what Chad says to do. This is only going to be a 2 beer job because this is a 6.8 beer. It's really warm out, and I think beer number 3 is going to put me to sleep faster than it's going to help me fix any of these things. So, Offshoot Beer Co, the Relax Hazy IPA. That's a really good beer. I knew nothing about it. I bought it because it looked cool on the shelf. It tastes better than it looks. It's really good. You should all give that a shot. Right on. Okay, so on that video that I saw, a likely scenario is that there's just a great deal of corrosion on the inside of this wrapped around the copper wires of the motor. So we need to try and free that up a little bit. Several suggestions, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of this penetrating oil onto the motor. Hopefully that loosens up the bearings. I can crack some of that corrosion out of there. But while I spray this on, I just want to, talk a little bit more about the beer again. It's Citra hops, Amarillo hops, Centennial hops, and Simcoe hops. It's a 6.8 beer. It's 50 on the IBU scale. And honestly, like, I haven't had a beer in a while that impressed me as much as this one did. And Offshoot Beer Co, Relax beer. This is a really tasty beer. Drinks really smooth, pretty fruity. Fruit forward, I think is what people like to say, but tastes good, citrusy. It's not like eating a fruit salad like a lot of other hoppy, fruity beers, but it's really tasty. Buy some. But I need to get this centerpiece to spin. I've put some penetrating oil in, and really, so I've been working at this a while, and finally it looks like I can get this thing to spin. It's still super crunchy on the inside, but I'm going to spend a little more time just trying to break free some of that corrosion that's on the inside, and hopefully once that's all done, the pool pump is working. Alright, a few hours later, everything's put back together. I'm about ready to turn this thing back on. Hopefully things work. I've invited Joey and Lemmy out here because maybe you can hear in the background, Ramones is playing by Motorhead. Rock and roll. Final thought on this beer, it's killer. The pump is spinning. All in all, pretty successful day. Took a little longer than we thought. It was mostly waiting for the crazy glue to dry. Joey and Lemmy, pretty stoked about it. This here beer, again, can't say it enough. Super stoked to find a great new beer. Offshoot Beer Company, Relax IPA, really good. You should give it a shot. Pool's getting cleaned. Summer's gonna be awesome. Peace.